Let's do the revision of chapter Chemical Reaction and Equation. So first of all, we are going to revise the topic types of reaction. Types of reactions. The first type of reaction, just check the reaction. Carbon plus oxygen will give you carbon dioxide. Magnesium plus oxygen will give you magnesium oxide, and calcium plus water will give you calcium hydroxide. So you can see in all these reactions, only single product is formed from the various reactant. Two reactant, giving you only single product. So the reaction in which two or more than two reactants react and form single product is called combination reaction. So combination reactions are the reactions in which two or more than two reactants react and form single product. So if you have to identify a reaction, whether it is a combination reaction or decomposition reaction or displacement reaction, you have to check the reaction. If single product is there only, then it is a combination reaction. Now next is decomposition reaction. Check this reaction. Lead nitrate, when it is heated, it gives lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. Now balance this equation. If we balance this equation, 6, 12, 8, 9, 10, 12. Yes. So when a single reactant decompose or break down into multiple product, it is called decomposition reaction. So decomposition reaction is a reaction in which single reactant breaks down into multiple products. Single reactant, multiple products. It's called decomposition reaction. When one reactant breaks down into multiple product, it is called decomposition reaction. Okay. When this decomposition is taken place by heat, it is called thermal. It is called thermal decomposition. When decomposition is taking place by heat or bring about through heat, it is called thermal decomposition. If decomposition is take place by sunlight, then it is called photodecomposition. Okay, when it is taking place by sunlight, then it is called photodecomposition. On when this decomposition is take place by electricity, when the decomposition is taking place by electricity, it is electrolytic decomposition. Okay, this is electrolytic decomposition. Both are gas. This is oxygen. Decomposition. So decomposition is a reaction in which single reactant breaks down into multiple products, and there are three types of decomposition: thermal, photolytic or photodecomposition, or photolytic decomposition. Also it can be called photolytic decomposition or electrolytic decomposition. So there are three types of decomposition. Decomposition identification. How will you identify this reaction is decomposition reaction? Just check single reactant, multiple products. Okay. When the decomposition is taking place by heat, it is called thermal decomposition. When the decomposition is taking place by sunlight, it is called photolytic decomposition. When decomposition is taking place by electricity, it is called electrolytic decomposition. When more. Now the third type of reaction is displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. Okay. So displacement reaction is a third type of reaction. Third type. Displacement reaction, when more reactive metal displaces less reactive metal, it is called decomposition reaction. Okay. So the more reactive metal displaces less reactive metal. So this is called displacement reaction. Okay. More reactive metal displaces less reactive metal. This reaction is called displacement reaction. Now, double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. The fourth type of reaction is double displacement reaction. When exchange of ions are taking place. When exchange of ions are taking place between the reactants, this reaction is called double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. Now we are going to write the example of this reaction. Double displacement reaction. The example is, now write down the example of double displacement reaction is, see, when sodium sulfate reacting with barium chloride, you see the product will be sodium chloride and barium sulfate. Okay. Now in this reaction, you can see the reactant species are sodium sulfate and barium chloride. Earlier the sodium with sulfate and barium with chloride. Now sodium is exchanging its position. Sodium is moving with sulfate and sodium is moving with chlorine or chloride. Sodium is moving with chloride and barium is moving with sulfate. So exchange of ions are taking place. Exchange of ions are taking place and new compounds which are formed there is sodium chloride and barium sulfate. So this is double displacement reaction. In this reaction, white color PPT is formed. Barium sulfate comes in the form of white precipitate. Precipitate means insoluble mass. Precipitate means white precipitate or white PPT means insoluble mass. So this reaction is also called